stand for the pledge. Lord, good morning. Join us for a meeting this morning, Lord, and guide us through our discussions. Lord, we always ask for your presence. We always ask, Lord, that you give us the wisdom and discernment that we need as we take up the business here around the table, serving those here in Laclede County. Lord, be with our armed services as they continue to fulfill their mission. We just pray for the families that have lost loved ones, lift them up to you as they have served their country honorably, and they've made the ultimate sacrifice so that we're able to do what we do here this morning. Lord, we just pray that our leaders will seek you and your wisdom, and Lord, that they'll not rely on their own strengths and their own judgments, but work together, Lord, with you, that you would take their hand and guide them through accomplishing what needs to be done. Lord, we just thank you for the spring weather that we're having, and Lord, we just look forward to a good meeting this morning, and we just pray that it will honor and glorify your name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. We have minutes we were given for March the 3rd.
Motion to approve the minutes is written.
Second.
We have a motion second to approve the minutes as presented. Further discussion, seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. Minutes approved. Next, first item on the agenda, I would like to set hearing dates for Jessica Lane, Galena, and Kerby Road. On Jessica Lane, I'd ask Jared to go out and verify the status of the road, how it was holding up over the winter. He's come back and said it's in good shape. He thinks it would be ready for us to go ahead and take that one in. So unless you know differently or find differently, then I think that one we need to go and get scheduled to adopt that in as a county road.
I don't have anything on it other than initial starts to the beginning.
Yeah.
I haven't heard any more.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And then the second one we have pending is the request from a landowner on Galena. They have submitted a letter to the commission, which I had distributed a week or two ago, and I wanted to put these back on the agenda to give the public, just make the public aware that we'd be setting dates for these, and then ultimately at a hearing, then the decisions would be made on that one as well. And
Galena's accept or vacate?
Galena would be abandoned.
Yes.
And then the third one, we'd received a petition, and it was read early January, I believe. And it was to set for one term of the commission, which generally I think is defined as a quarter, so April. Also, it should be taken up for a public hearing, and that's one where they presented the petition with the signatures to vacate Kerby Road. So what I'd like to do is look at the calendar and maybe take those up that first week in April and just do all three of these at once, unless you have an objection.
I have a comment. I'm going to go on record for the Kerby Road petition. I am not for closing down that section of that road.
Okay.
Therefore, if there's anybody like-minded, there's no sense in wasting energy.
Well, so let's speak to that. And as Joe was getting to there is a process. Once we receive a petition, we are required to have a hearing on that.
Okay.
Now, the decision lies at this table. So after we have that public hearing on that day, then the commission can determine whether or not that road would be vacated. We're not obligated to vacate it. We haven't received a remonstrance on it from any member of the public, but that doesn't prevent us from taking the action either to vacate or not to vacate. And then if the petitioners would like to pursue it, they always have a civil opportunity through civil law to do that. If they object to whatever decision the commission makes, but we do need to hear it. And so I'd like to bring all three of those up on the same day.
I would ask you that, or I would make a statement that the first meeting is the 7th and election day,
Yeah.
We
that we would postpone that till the Tuesday following.
How about the 14th?
That's what I was looking at, yeah.
Perfect day.
Yeah, that gives it that extra week for everything to actually simmer a bit. Because, you know, leftovers can sometimes be better than the first time around.
Okay, so we will post that. Those have been discussed multiple times now, so the public's had opportunity to address the commission, and then they'll have a formal opportunity on that day as well. Okay, the next thing, I think I'll jump down to MU. It's going to be here about 9. That looks like an hour and 10 minutes away. So why don't we jump down to just take up routine business this morning and get that knocked out of the way till MU shows up. First thing would be the warrants. Any questions, Joe, on those?
I don't have any, no,
Okay.
sir.
Eric, do you have any questions?
No.
Sure. Then we have settlements here with, looks like the Sheriff's Department, the County Clerk, and the Recorder.
There it starts.
What I'm saying, that way it should be tracked down. So. And that's how we can tell, you know what I mean?
It tells me I need to get a haircut and get down there. Get me some.
Yep, same here. I got all the information on it, so. Tina's gotta get around so we can get it done too.
I don't know if I've got any information or not. What information do I have to have?
I just wanted to make sure, I don't know, I just had them give me everything that it takes to run through. I went over and visited with them. Yeah. I haven't read it yet, to tell you. Tina and I was talking about it, so.
One-stop shop now.
Yep.
No excuse.
Yeah, because she was talking about doing it before, and I told her with what we had going on, I'd rather just do it all right here. That way it does come all the way back. Other than that, it don't come back around to the county. You know what I mean? Goes to a private entity that way.
Just pile them up, it's fine.
Oh, my babies. Let's see what I'm over there. Oh, I missed out again.
There you go.
I don't even want to know.
We will check that one. Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll take general county business.
We wouldn't have much. I got a text last night about 8:30, a guy appreciating the work on Arthur Road, which is down on the other side of the river, outside of competition. He said that'd been needing to be done for a long time. So it was something that he was very appreciative of. A few other things going. Sounded like things are kicking in with what little bit of rain that we had. I had a little bit of a debris and stuff. I think they had to call some guys in to get it taken care of. So I had a little extra work while I was right there with equipment and stuff and some manpower. They went ahead and just took care of some other rock work. I think too, right there, some gravel buildup. So another thing I got is I got a gentleman here that we'd met down there at CCAM about Purple Wave that was wanting to come by and visit with us. He was wanting to come today, but I didn't get the email until I think it was last Friday maybe. So it was after our agenda was posted. So I checked with him and he wouldn't mind to be on for next week if he could.
Sounds good.
So other than that, seems like everything's doing all right.
Leaving you'll be here at 9. Maybe they'll get here a few minutes early. I'd like to toss out the idea of getting some flags or banners for America 250. So on our lamppost out here, we've put banners up before at various events, whether it's been a county anniversary milestone, state, whatever it might be, and other events. I'd like to get some banners, lamppost banners, put up out there, and also look at what we can do maybe at this entrance and then the main entrance to start to get ready for a very special occasion. So So what's you guys' thoughts on that?
You mentioned that done some stuff before for other milestones or stuff like that. Those banners and stuff you had was specific for that milestone, or those, okay, so they wasn't like no other flags or anything like that that could carry over. They were just specific for that event.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think it's a good idea, I mean, because like you said, I mean, it's not, I mean, I've never seen it before. I'm not going to see it again, so good Lord done took care of that when we decided to put an age limit on it, put terms on us. So yeah, I would be up to entertaining something like that.
I'll show you what we're doing for I voted stickers.
We've always got somebody just an overachiever, don't we?
Well,
No, I just wanted to show you this one. I think it's cool.
That is very nice.
It is cool.
I will probably get more than one this time then.
Okay, all right.
Because I'll wear the one for sure. That is pretty nice.
You can only vote one time.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
more
is-
than one
yeah,
sticker.
I know that I'm a Republican. I understand.
He's a liar. You are a Laclede County voter. You will only get one.
Yeah.
So if you have any thoughts on that, I'm going to do a walk around with Mike after the meeting and get his thoughts. We've been doing some research as to what's available. It's already like canned out there. There's lots of places that have banners and flags and other types of America 250 items available. So we're going to walk around. I'm going to get Mike's thoughts on that and placement and things like that. Of course, we'll have our large flag that we'll put up. We'll start getting that scheduled probably prior to Flag Day, I'm hoping, and get it put back up this year. So we'll have that. But I think prior to that, it would be appropriate to have some America 250 already around the campus.
I'd be interested to know if there might be a little nighttime LED something with
Okay.
an America 250
Okay.
to shine on something
Sure.
somewhere.
Now I have checked on our sign for the stairwell.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah. So
It's supposed to have different backlighting and
yeah.
stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah. And it will have that capability.
It won't have verbiage and stuff. Does it have the verbiage and stuff? Is that what you're saying? Matt?
No, it's
No, it
not
won't have-
it's not a digital reader board,
Right.
but it's backlit so we can
Color
have,
option stuff.
Mhm.
That's what I was thinking.
And you could possibly put something on, I don't know if that monitor's ever been put up with the different things.
No, still giving that thought as to the best placement for it or multiple. But in addition to the outside, I would like to think about putting something in the hallways out here for America 250 as well. I think not
Deck it
like a avenue of flags necessarily, but 6 or 8 flags out here in the hallway. I think would
Something to add a
be
little
nice.
attention, a little pop.
Yeah. Mhm. And I haven't heard back yet, but I did approach.
Huh?
Get out, Jim. It's too secret.
Well, no, I'm just trying to think because I'm with Rand. He just stated something there that last year that, I thought, because we didn't put the flag up until after Flag Day, and I'd like to have it up prior to that. He'd mentioned something there, and I just kind of looking. So.
Out here where we have the information regarding the senior tax freeze across from the collector's office out there, I've had a conversation with 4-H to see if they would be willing to put an America 250 display there, as it might pertain to agriculture over 250 years. I haven't heard back. If they have a group that wants to do that, I've offered that. If not, I'm going to reach out to an area school and see if they would be willing to put, because I would like to engage some young people
Absolutely.
in celebrating America's 250. And so I'm going to see if they were able to secure a 4-H group that would do that. And then if not, I'm going to reach out to the school and maybe 4th graders or 5th graders, maybe. Get some input from some of the teachers and see what age groups that they feel like would be best. You bet.
Linda, you're gonna have to get a price per sticker,
That's where I'm
and
at.
if somebody's gonna get more than one, then they need to
Oh.
throw in the kitty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got some presidentials up there that if somebody would like to buy something last time, I still have available.
Buy one, get one free or something.
Yeah.
Maybe there.
You bet.
All right. Jack, you got any good stories to tell us? Anything going around the community?
Oh, nothing big.
Nothing big?
He's just holding it for print. He ain't gonna give it to us anytime early.
So we're gonna have to buy a newspaper to find out what you're telling me.
Or visit one of our websites or
I
social
gotcha.
media.
And where are those found at, Jack?
Commercial break. You bet. OEM.
Have you heard anything, either one of you, from Herman? Good morning.
Morning.
On the meeting Friday. I haven't received anything yet.
I haven't received anything.
I'll give them a call then shortly and just make sure that's still on for Friday. And
You guys are it.
I've got it posted.
That's all right. Today you get to talk.
I think they would
She's
push
like, no.
something out by now.
I think. I think
She'll-
we're at it.
She's
There.
gonna get out.
That would be a deciding factor to taking the trip or not.
Well, good morning, ladies.
Good morning, how are you?
Doing well.
It's MU Extension Day.
Nice.
Oh, there you go.
Look at you, what are you setting up for?
Well,
Since you asked.
I just was thinking of MU Extension today, and I looked at the calendar and said MU Extension Day. So
There you go.
I
Thought maybe your wife hadn't done laundry or something.
No, she takes good care of that. It just seemed appropriate for today's agenda.
Well, good.
So
Thanks.
we're glad you're here. We're
It's
glad
just
you're
us
we're
today.
we're glad you're here early, and everyone else in the room is glad as well, because we're kind of at a standstill and not a lot on our agenda today. So you have an hour, but you can't take over an hour. Allison.
Yeah, look at the clock.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, Crystal.
I'm way early.
Yeah.
Thank you, Crystal.
That's all I've got, so
That's okay.
here's
We
the
can
annual report.
we can
This whole
share.
daylight savings thing.
Yeah.
It gets me, I don't understand it.
Okay, so Allison, you have the floor.
Okay, well, Ashley's out programming and Leslie's at a meeting, so we're it for today. I don't have any updates as far as Zella's position goes, the human development position. I don't know when they're gonna be opening that back up. It's approved on campus as far as extension goes because it is a core position, but then it has to go to, I don't really know what you call it. It has to go to campus because all positions on campus, whether it's a maintenance position or a professorship, it has to be approved. So it's gotten past the extension approval, now it has to go through that, so. But our process, it's so slow. You don't just post it and then it's filled, and it's so slow. It has to get approved. Then once it's approved, it takes a little while to get it posted. Then once it's posted, it has to be posted for 30 days. Then until the 30 days is up, then they can start calling people if we have applicants and start scheduling interviews. It's a process.
Yeah,
So
sounds like it.
it really,
With that process, I mean, it's procedure to have the most potential getting the right person
yeah.
for the
Well,
position.
hopefully that would be the one thing that I would ask when the position does open is help in putting the word out that the position is there and that it is open.
Right.
So that's my 2 asks today. The other one is council members. We need some more council members. So if you guys know of anybody,
I mean, you got
because
open.
election is done, but we can appoint people now. How many do we have open still? Quite a few.
A lot.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not worried about it getting full.
Yeah, because we can have up
As
to
many
20
people as we
people,
need.
so that's not an issue. But you know how it goes. If we have 10, then we'll probably get 7 or 8 that regularly show up to a meeting. Really, we need more than that. So, we lost Ed, our chair. He has to stay off for a year, and then he can come back on.
And I think you will.
Yep. And then Dixie, of course, we had kind of lost her about 6 or 8 months ago due to illness. So she's been out of commission, and so her term was up, so she's not coming back. So if you guys know anybody.
So who is chair now?
Monica. Wasmer.
Okay.
So anybody in the community that is knowledgeable of the community, that's knowledgeable of the needs of the community. It doesn't have to be ag related. Honestly, I wouldn't mind getting somebody from the, medical world, if there's somebody in the health side of things, so that when we do open that position of the human development, maybe they're able to help us spread the word a little bit better and find somebody. And then once we get that person hired, they can help us make those connections for those programs and classes that we have. See the wheels turning.
I wrote a name down.
Okay.
I got one I'll visit with.
Okay. We meet once a month. Generally, the meetings are about an hour. They're over at the office. That's the largest commitment. We have open house, and then we do a project in the fall. Last year, it was for Good Neighbor Week. Last year, they did the cackle hatchery. And so, it was a Friday and Saturday, and they set up a deal where they took turns being at that. So it's not a huge commitment, but it is a volunteer position. So everybody's busy. I get that.
Standard type, basic, for most part, structured on a standard.
Yep. And the main thing we need them to do is come to the meetings and help us make decisions, and then get the word out about extension and help support the programs, whether it's 4-H or ag.
Who do they contact?
To become a council member, just call the office. Yeah, and she will give me information. And if they want more information, in print form that they can read or see, look at, we can get that to them as well.
Email them a bunch of
Do you have any flyers?
She
Okay.
has some.
I wonder, I know somebody that has a business there on 32 and B, and he has a lot of people stop in. Maybe if he had a flyer or two to put in his
I have some brochures.
window or
Yeah.
on his counter or
Is
something.
he ag related at all?
I
A
don't
little
know.
bit. There might be a little bit in there that might be,
Oh.
has to do something with some we won't point fingers.
Just one?
It would be a good idea.
I'll bring some stuff over.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It would be appreciated, because as you guys know, I don't live over here, so I don't have those connections yet.
so
So that's our annual report. So that's just a recap of everything that was done last year. And this is the impact report, and I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see it. So looking at that, we will try to answer any questions about Ashley and Leslie's programming that we can. But we missed you at the annual dinner, but
Was you
Joe, we're glad that
photobombing?
you were there.
Was you photobomb?
I don't know, where was I?
Open it back up. One more.
I must have not been paying attention. You know, on your new,
What'd you do?
on your new phones, you can actually take and draw a line around something, and it will take it out of the
Oh,
picture.
yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Mm-hmm. We went on vacation and we couldn't get a picture of all of us
Uh-huh.
in one, so I was able to use ChatGPT I took one of us, we took 2 photos, and I took one from one photo and put it in there, so it looked like we were all together.
You good?
That'll be the picture they said she lies.
Right, right?
Are you seeing any trends, gardening, beekeeping? Are there any projects that are drawing any more or less interest than before, or about the same?
The biggest thing right now is people want their taxes. They want tax forms.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
They cannot
Jonita
get them
started
anywhere
that.
in town.
Yeah, people used to go to the library to get those,
And
and
the
I guess
post office
and I
They
guess
don't
they
have
quit doing that.
Post
And
office
so-
doesn't have them.
yeah.
So everyone, like, I'm getting a lot of tax stuff.
Jonita, because you know Jonita, she helped anybody. She did anything and everything. And so the library and the post office learned to say, go to the extension office. And so, we're still had to learn really quickly whenever tax season came around, like, what form are you looking for? So with that, she did say earlier this year that it would be a good idea next year to have a class. We have some ag business people that could come in and do a class related to taxes, but we're kind of late on getting it going this year, so it's something that we need to do in the fall next year.
But that is the need in the community is people want the hard copy tax forms and they can't find them. And they're not of a technological, age to get them themselves. So there's a gap.
So how would you define technological age, Kristen?
They don't own a computer
Oh, okay.
and they want it on paper. And that's just
Yeah,
how they've
I
been
like
doing it,
paper.
and that's how they want to keep doing it, but there's no one to get them to, they can't get their forms. Or booklets, because I can't print off a booklet. And
I
there's
have a
60
computer,
pages.
I just don't, I don't have a printer.
That was the other thing, I was thinking with my dad, he can work a computer really easily, but he doesn't have a printer.
Yeah, they either don't have computers, they don't have a printer.
Yeah.
So,
Which they've got some wireless Bluetooth printers stuff. I've got one, just don't have it hooked up yet.
but yeah, that's.
My wife has one.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
You took care of that. So you're all good to go.
But it is, it's not a terrible thing, because then they do come into the office.
They do,
and,
yes.
And they're able to, they know where we are, and they ask what other services we have, and what's going on, what do you guys do? So, it's not a
It's
horrible
true.
thing, but it's an odd thing.
Yeah.
None of my other extension offices do that, but somehow the word got out, and it was Jonita, I know that's what it was, that she would print them for them, and so now they keep coming, so. Do you have any suggestions on classes for the spring that we need to have? We can pull some people in.
Sure. How to get rid of dandelions.
Oh. But I can ask. My question the other day was, how can I get rid of deer in my yard?
How to go, how about it, what?
How to get rid of all the deer in my yard?
Address?
I'm on.
Not very difficult, is it, Eric?
Yeah.
Are you scared of loud noises, or do you prefer silent?
There's like 15 of them that hang out in the yard. And
Noted.
we do have
They can
open
tear
house
up
coming
stuff.
up.
That many.
It's awful.
We would like you guys
Horrible.
to.
It's horrible.
I think it's 17th.
April?
Of April.
Mhm.
It's on, it's the 17th of April. Yeah. So we would like you guys to
I think
have
it's
a
a
table there or
Thursday night.
something.
At least come over and won't be a ribbon cutting because they did
At
that
the
last year.
At the office.
Yeah.
So just come, go, drop in kind of thing like last year.
What time is it?
11 to 3.
Okay.
Just any time between 11 and 3. Pop in.
Question, do you have any type of, you say you're ag and 4-H, but do you have any type of classes to help people age in place with their homes, helping them to?
We do.
Okay.
That's the position that we were talking about. Della left at the beginning of the year and took another position, and so now that position is open.
Oh, okay,
So as soon as that position starts, what agency are you with?
That was the 17th.
I'm a
So-
commission here, but I
Oh,
was with
okay.
Iowa State,
Yeah.
and so I was with Iowa State Extension
Yeah.
when I lived up in Iowa, but we did a lot of that just because the housing stock is older and trying to get people to live in their home longer and accommodate their, or modify their home.
She did a lot of that. She did a lot
They're
of
not gonna do that.
Alzheimer's
Yeah.
and dementia,
Sure.
boost your brain and memory, different classes like that.
Okay.
A lot of caretaking type stuff. So she did a lot of that. Like I said, the position,
Yeah.
as soon as it gets open,
Be
as soon as you can apply for it, I will let you guys know.
I see that.
Yeah,
some
I was gonna say, I knew there was something else on a
volunteers, I see
Thursday,
that for
chambered in
people
with on
wanting to stay in
Thursday.
their Homes
I
longer.
thought that
So
was
you
the
want something
17th.
specifically for adapting your
According to
home.
this.
Well, exactly, the caregiver providing adaptation, because they're carrying people, their loved one from one place to the other, or upstairs, or trying to figure out, so that's what I'm seeing a lot,
Showers,
yeah.
different things.
So,
Stay more comfortable in
I
home.
didn't
between
see
the
it here.
assistive devices,
Oh,
but
there it is.
also maybe modifications to a doorway or something like that.
We do. They'll have done one, but not right now.
You said 11 to 3 on the open house?
Yes.
Oh, we don't wanna hang you up. You have anything else?
Friday.
Allison, you still have 50 minutes left.
Okay. Well, I can sing and dance.
I've heard you can sing.
Back in my day, yeah. Yep, I got to sing over at the, what is that place called? The City Center? That's what it was. Yeah, I opened for Kenny Chesney.
That's what I
When
was
he
told.
came back for the fair, man, that stunk for him, didn't it?
What, to follow you?
Yeah, yeah. No, I just got lucky on that. Paul got me hooked up with it and was gonna sing for him, had never heard of that guy. And then She Thinks My Tractor's Sexy came out and shot him straight to the top. He still had to come to Podunk, Lebanon and do the fair, and so that's kind of cool.
Please strike the
Hold on.
comment there. that-
Well, you know what I mean. He thought he had made it to the top at that point, so.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, I didn't see you on American Idol last night,
no,
so.
you're not gonna see me there.
No, there's a gal from Missouri. I don't know if she's still on it, but she
Yeah,
was.
she was selected she's good.
I couldn't, Tina could tell you, I couldn't. I don't.
It's like the Star Search of today.
Mm-hmm.
I know what it is. Tina watches it. I know what it is. Not only watches it, but she records it. That way she don't have to worry about all the commercials or anything else. She can
Just
fast forward through all that, or she can pause it again and go do whatever she needs to and come back.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of talented
people out there, so.
Mhm.
Crystal, is everything working well for you in the facility? Everything?
Yes.
I know the guys take good care of the
They do.
campus, so, okay,
Everything's just fine.
everything's good, okay. All right, well, I guess, you are, ready to go.
You're
Karen.
free to go.
You're free to go.
We shall
We
see.
thank you for the update, drive safe, and Crystal, if you need anything from us, let us know. And, keep up the good work.
Thank you.
We like MU Extension.
Are you still our, appointed member on the council? So we'll see you-
Unless somebody tells me
so
otherwise.
we'll see you at the council meeting?
So during basketball season, probably not. So
Okay.
that might have been why you didn't see me a couple times. And what day is it this month?
Last Tuesday, 31st.
And you won't see me on the 31st either.
Okay.
But maybe
We'll
in
see you-
April,
I was gonna say,
I'll
we'll
be
see you
back.
on the 17th at the open house.
I can surely make time to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Did you get a copy of this?
Thank you, ladies.
Thanks. See you guys.
See y'all
Enjoy
later.
today, the weather.
You bet.
Yeah.
Okay, gentlemen, is there any, Jack, public comments items listed on the agenda? Okay, public comments items not listed on the agenda. Okay, all right, gentlemen, any other business?
Just here, somebody's laid this on here for drug treatment court deal.
Yes.
Then we got Laclede County Days in Jeff City tomorrow.
Yeah, I won't be able to make that, but enjoy
plan on going.
the trip. Should be a good day, yeah. And then, I will verify that Friday is still on. I thought we would have seen something in our inbox by now, but we haven't. But I will verify and let both of you know if Friday's still on. I'm assuming we'll travel as a group.
I will not be attending.
You will not be attending. Good, I feel safer then on the drive.
A relief that I'm not going to
I
demand
mean,
or ask to drive.
we're gonna miss you, but, I wasn't necessarily looking forward to the drive. All right, Joe, I'll get that on the agenda next week. Anything else for the agenda next week?
Not anything that I have at this
Not
time.
anything right now? Okay. All right, Linda, you have anything else for us? Okay, then I would entertain, a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
Stand adjourned.